Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. Well, I don't know how you're doing with this Mercury retrograde. You can hear that I'm not doing well because I can hardly say Mercury retrograde. I had a whole lot of technical troubles yesterday and had to plow my way through them, redo all kinds of things, and so that's why I wasn't around to do readings, much as I would like to have been. Sorted out, hopefully, fingers crossed, and so here I am, and here we all are back in New York, because New York keeps popping up as a likely destination for the Harkles. I have read on this before and I'm reading on it again today, still struggling to speak because allegedly Meghan is in line for a Senate seat. And so I just want to have a quick look at that. I am using the Tarot of Curious Creatures because Meghan in office, an illustrious office really, is a rather curious concept to me, really, and I'm sure any of you over there who might be represented by her might be feeling that it's more than a curious prospect. It might be a highly annoying prospect. You might have quite a lot to say about that and be voting on the matter. We'll see. Lady C has been asked about this, and she said there have been discussions. I'm shuffling as I am talking. There have been discussions with senior Democrats about the possibility of Meghan being nominated, or whatever the legal process is that one has to go through. And she is, Meghan, not Lady C, Meghan is very hopeful. So let's have a look and see, 5-card reading, as I say, with the Tarot of Curious Creatures, how things might be going and how they're standing now, how they might be going in the future. And I'll explain the cards as I go through them, as I do with these short readings. And let's see. Underlying energy of this one. Who do we get? But the devil herself. Old Scratch, the devil in reverse. And who is trying to get away from a toxic situation? Is it Meghan? I'm doing this reading from both points of view, really, because I'm looking at both of their feelings, Meghan's feelings and the Democratic Party's feelings. So getting away from a toxic situation, breaking ties with somebody toxic, and possibly trying to get over a situation where there have been lots of lies and lots of sneaky behavior and all the things that the devil represents: addiction, lies, corruption comes to mind. So for Meghan, it looks as if she is trying to reinvent herself with this, trying to move on from Montecito and her failed attempt to lord it over all the big deals in Hollywood. And the Dems, do the Dems want this, or are they trying to get rid of a toxic connection? I really can't speak. I feel like I've got lockjaw, a good old-fashioned word. But it doesn't look as if they are very interested, but we're going to see very specifically how they feel about this. So that's the underlying energy of this reading, devil in reverse. And so the heart of the matter right now, and we get the lovers in reverse. Well, that's a breakup card for sure in this situation. I think that the love fest between Meghan Markle and senior Democrats is over. Major arcana, we have got 2 major arcanas now. The lovers in reverse, a Gemini in reverse, because the lovers is the Gemini card, one of many Gemini cards in the tarot. I wonder who the Gemini is that doesn't want Meghan around. Am I right that Nancy Pelosi could be a Gemini? Is she an air sign? I'm just taking a wild guess there, so apologies if I'm completely wrong. But it looks as if they have fallen out, the two of them, Meghan and the Dems. And it's also the choice card, as I always say with the lovers. And so a bad choice, a very bad choice. It looks as if the Democratic Party is not interested in Miss Markle, wants to cut ties with her, does not want to be forced to make this choice. They would view it as a very bad prospect, a very bad option. That's my interpretation so far, but let's see if the rest of this reading confirms that or colours those cards in a different way. So, Meghan's point of view, how does she feel about it? Wow, heartbreak, disappointment, devastation, the Three of Swords. You're not going her way. It's really not going her way. You can all breathe a sigh of relief. You can stop looking at a property online in other states, other countries. It really isn't going well for her. It's very disappointing for her. I think she's already been told no. So contrary to what Lady C said, it's to my mind, with these cards, Lovers in reverse and the Three of Swords right next to it, there's been a breakup, and it's been painful and bitter and very disappointing. I think Meghan's had her heart set on this from very little, probably grew up with that. Anybody can be president. You, darling, are so talented, so clever, whip smart, in fact, that of course you can be the first female president of the US, and of course the first what's the word, as I say, gone blank, biracial president of the US. She missed that one, but she has still got the opportunity to be the first female president, although she's not going to make it. And terrible, terrible disappointment that this is not working out the way she thought it was going to work out. No matter how much she micromanages and she tries to manifest, you can't always get what you want. So I'm going to start giggling. How do the Democratic Party, the senior members of the Democratic Party feel? Three of Wands. That's not a no. That's really not a no. I'm quite surprised to see that. But they are waiting. It's a biding their time card with the Three of Wands. Waiting patiently to see which way the wind blows. I would say that deer, whatever it is, buck something, deer, it looks like it is really sniffing the wind and waiting to see if the wind is going to change and how things are going to be going in the future. They're not going to make a commitment to her while all of the scandal is going on and all of these terrible stories are swirling around in the press about Meghan and Harry and their lies, their forgetfulness in court cases, hers anyway, and so on. They're waiting, they're biding their time. They want to grow and expand with that card, obviously. They want to get the best outcome for themselves, the most profitable outcome for themselves. And profitable is the wrong word for a political party, although it may actually be the right word for a political party, but successful. A result that most expands their influence, let's say. But I think they are biding their time with that card. And especially as it's sitting above the Devil in reverse, that waiting game, waiting to see possibly if she can get herself out of jail. And I mean that figuratively, not literally, of course, with the Devil card. If she can separate herself from her toxic baggage that she carries around. This Devil card now makes more sense to me in a very specific way, that they're waiting to see. That's very much non-committal. And I think this is the disappointment for her. She does like instant results. She likes things to go her way. And if they don't, then she instantly cuts ties and leaves. It seems to be her mode of behavior. And so possibly they have indicated to her, wait and see. We're going to see how you get yourself out of this mess you've got yourself into. And she is devastated because she believes, of course, that she is the best candidate, that she is the one most entitled to this position. She's not prepared to wait, and she's not prepared to hear negativity. No negativity. I do seem to recall her saying, or people saying of her, she doesn't like to hear negativity. She's definitely heard it. So what is going on behind the scenes between the two? Three of Cups, they are discussing this. So that is absolutely correct. 3 threes in this reading. The threes are all about teamwork, networking, consulting, and so they are discussing it, but they're discussing it informally with that Three of Cups. It's about friends, it's about get-togethers. She possibly has been invited to some kind of drinks party, meet and greet kind of thing, run her past the people, the financial backers, the people with a real clout who would never stand themselves but pull the strings in the background, and invite her, see see how she performs, see what they think of her, how do they like her. They haven't said an absolute no, but she's reading it as an absolute no, I think. But let's see what the outcome is of this reading. The outcome for Meghan Markle, Six of Swords. It doesn't look successful, that card, to me. It is putting this behind her, packing her bags and moving on from this. It is a move card. It does literally mean moving. So it could be that the Harkles are moving to New York, regardless of what happens with this political foray into the political sphere that she is contemplating. There is a move on the cards. But the move is putting your troubles behind you. It's not a successful move in the sense of glory awaits and acclaim, and people are standing on the sidewalks cheering as your cavalcade goes past. It's more of slinking away and going off somewhere safe and secure to lick your wounds. So I'm not getting great success from this. It is sitting under this Three of Swords, which is heartache, disappointment, betrayal, loss, all of that stuff. A real pain in that card that she's feeling right now. So it doesn't look promising for her, but it doesn't look like she has been written off completely by the Dems. It looks as if they are considering it, they're talking about it, they are waiting to see what goes on with that devil, though. And somewhere along the line, there's somebody that's not keen, very important somebody, and it does look as if she has fallen out with people who may have been on her side initially with that Three of Cups, people whom she may have thought of as friends, senior Democrats, of course, Clintons, Obamas, those kinds of people, Bidens, now no longer so sure about her, now no longer such friends. But I'm not seeing the Three of Cups in reverse yet. The feeling to me is that that card is slowly tilting into the reverse, and that whatever momentum she had has now been lost. So it's inconclusive, but I think there is enough indication in there that she herself is not confident, whatever Lady C might be saying and whatever she might be leaking to her usual sources who spread her stories around. She herself is not confident at all of the outcome of this first step into public office. Never mind that she was a public servant in the UK, doesn't count as far as she's concerned. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm sorry that I can't be more clear than that, but this is the way the cards are falling today. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.